Introduction: Unlocking Your Potential with a Growth Mindset. Hello everyone. I'm thrilled to welcome you to Develop a Growth Mindset for Success in Learning and Life. You might be holding this book wondering, what exactly is a growth mindset and why should I care? Well, get ready, because this book could truly change the way you see yourself, your abilities, and the entire world around you. For years, we've been told things like, you're either good at math or you're not. Or some people are just born leaders. These ideas subtly promote what we call a fixed mindset, the belief that our intelligence and talents are set in stone, predetermined at birth. A fixed mindset can lead to avoiding challenges, fearing failure, and ultimately limiting our potential. But what if I told you that's not true? What if I told you that your brain is incredibly adaptable, like a muscle that gets stronger with exercise? This book isn't about magically turning you into a genius. It is about understanding and embracing your potential. This is where the growth mindset comes in. It's the empowering belief that our abilities can be developed through dedication, hard work, and, most importantly, a willingness to learn from our mistakes. It's about seeing challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to grow. Throughout these pages, we'll explore the core principles of a growth mindset and learn practical strategies to cultivate it in every aspect of your life, from your studies and career to your relationships and personal goals. We'll unpack how to replace self-limiting thoughts with empowering beliefs, how to embrace feedback as a gift, and how to persevere through setbacks with resilience. This book isn't just about theory. It's filled with real-life examples, relatable stories, and actionable exercises that will help you put the growth mindset into practice. You'll hear from individuals who have transformed their lives by adopting this powerful way of thinking, overcoming obstacles, and achieving things they never thought possible. By embracing a growth mindset, you'll discover that setbacks are simply learning opportunities. You can cultivate resilience and perseverance that helps you to achieve your career and life goals. You'll learn to replace self-sabotaging thought patterns with encouraging self-talk, and you will learn to ask for help and collaborate with others. So, are you ready to unlock your full potential, embrace challenges, and achieve lasting success in learning and life? Let's begin this journey together. Inside this book, you'll find the tools and inspiration you need to develop a growth mindset and create the life you truly desire. All right, champions, grab your coffee or tea, sit up tall, and let's dive into something that will absolutely transform your life. Welcome to Chapter 1, Understanding Your Mindset, Fixed versus Growth. Now, have you ever thought about how you think about your own abilities? Seriously, ponder that for a second. Do you believe you're born with a certain amount of intelligence or talent, and that's just it? Or do you believe you can grow those abilities, like a muscle that gets stronger with exercise? This is the core difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Imagine two friends, let's call them Alex and Ben. Alex gets a test back and scores a C. Alex's immediate thought, I'm just not good at math. I guess I'm just not a math person. That, my friends, is a fixed mindset in action. Alex sees their intelligence as set in stone. He believes that if he isn't naturally good at something, he'll never truly excel. Challenges are threats, and failure is proof of his limitations. Now let's look at Ben. He also gets a C on the same math test. Ben's reaction? Okay, this shows me where I need to work harder. I clearly need to focus on Chapter 4 and get some extra help from the teacher. Ben has a growth mindset. He believes his intelligence and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. He views challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, and failure as a stepping stone to success. See the difference? A fixed mindset says, I am what I am. A growth mindset shouts, I can become anything I want to be. The truth is, nobody is purely fixed or purely growth. We all have elements of both. You might have a growth mindset at work, but a fixed mindset when it comes to, say, learning a musical instrument. The key is to become aware of your mindset, especially when faced with challenges. Remember, your mindset isn't destiny, it's a choice. You can choose to believe in your potential, embrace challenges, and learn from your mistakes. That's the power of a growth mindset. Let's charge forward and begin this amazing transformation. We will reveal how the growth mindset will work in other areas of your life. So let's go. Okay, awesome. Let's dive right into Chapter 2, because this is where the real magic begins. Are you ready to unleash your full potential? I know you are. Chapter 2, The Power of Yet, Embracing Challenges as Opportunities. Hey you, yes you, how many times have you said, I can't do this? Maybe it's figuring out that tricky computer program, learning a new language, or even mastering a new recipe. We all hit those walls, right? That feeling of frustration, of wanting to just throw in the towel. But guess what? There's a tiny, powerful word that can completely change your perspective and propel you forward. That word is yet. Think about it. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try saying, I can't do this yet. Boom. Suddenly the situation isn't a dead end. It's just a temporary state. It's an open door to the possibility of doing it in the future. The power of yet isn't just wishful thinking. It's about acknowledging where you are now, while simultaneously believing in your capacity to grow and improve. It's about seeing challenges not as roadblocks but as stepping stones. Let's say my friend David is trying to learn to play the guitar. He picks it up, tries a chord, and it sounds awful. He groans, I can't play the guitar. See how final that sounds? Now what if David said, I can't play the guitar yet? Instantly, the pressure is off. It's okay that he's not a virtuoso right now. He just needs to keep practicing, keep learning, keep pushing himself. The yet allows him to see the practice as an investment in his future guitar playing self. This isn't just about guitar playing, it's about everything. It's about reframing how we see struggles. The yet is a mindset shift. A signal to your brain that says, this might be tough, but I'm not giving up. I'm on my way. Embrace the yet. Write it down, say it out loud, and remember, every I can't do this yet is an opportunity in disguise. Now go out there and conquer your yets. You got this. All right, champion. Let's dive into Chapter 3. Learning from mistakes, turning failures into fuel. Are you ready to transform your setbacks into stepping stones? I sure hope so, because this is where the magic really starts to happen. Listen, I want you to get something straight right now. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's the messy middle, the crumpled drafts, the recipe that went horribly wrong before you finally nailed it. Think of it like this. Every failure is just feedback, screaming at you, hey, try this a different way. Now some people, the ones stuck with that fixed mindset, they see a mistake and crumble. They think, oh no, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure. And that's it. End of story. But not you. You're building a growth mindset, right? So you are going to say, okay, that didn't work, but what can I learn from this experience? Let's talk about Thomas Edison. The guy literally tried thousands of different materials before he finally invented the light bulb. Thousands of failures! If he had thrown in the towel after attempt number 100, would we even have light bulbs today? No! He kept learning, kept tweaking, kept growing from each failure until, bam, breakthrough. So how do we do this? How do we turn those oops moments into fuel for our fire? First, analyze the error. Don't just brush it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. Ask yourself, what exactly went wrong? Be honest. No blaming others. Take responsibility and examine the situation objectively. Second, identify areas for improvement. Now that you know what went wrong, figure out how to improve. Do you need more practice, more information, a different strategy? Be specific. Third, view setbacks as fuel. This is the crucial part. Instead of letting the mistake drag you down, let it propel you forward. Okay, I messed up, but I learned X, Y, and Z. Now I'm even better equipped to succeed next time. Let me tell you about this young entrepreneur named Ethan. He launched an online store selling handmade crafts. His first month? 0 sales. He could have packed it in right there. Most people would. But Ethan? He dug deep. He analyzed his website, his marketing, his pricing, everything. He realized his product descriptions were terrible. His photos were blurry, and his website was hard to navigate. He fixed everything, invested in better equipment, and learned about website design. The next month, sales skyrocketed. His initial failure was exactly what fueled his success. So the next time you stumble, remember Ethan, remember Edison, remember that every mistake is an opportunity disguised as a problem. Now, go out there and make some mistakes, learn from them, grow from them, and use them to fuel your path to awesome. You got this. All right, champions. Let's dive headfirst into a topic that separates the good from the great: effort. This isn't some fluffy concept, folks. This is the bedrock upon which empires of skill and achievement are built. Chapter 4. Effort, the path to mastery. Ever seen a baby learn to walk? They don't just pop up one day and flawlessly strut down the street. Nope. They stumble, they fall, they whine a little. Okay, maybe a lot, but they keep trying. That, my friends, is effort in its purest form. Think about it. No one is born knowing how to play the guitar like a rock star, bake a perfect cake, or write code that changes the world. These abilities, mastery itself, are born from sweat, focus, and lots of reps. Effort is the secret sauce. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Mastery requires work. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you snake oil. The exciting truth is, effort is the great equalizer. Raw talent might give someone a head start, but it's consistent, dedicated effort that wins the race. Effort plus consistency equals results. Imagine two young tennis players. Max has a natural gift, perfect hand-eye coordination, lightning-fast reflexes. Jenny? She's got enthusiasm. Max breezes through early practices, barely breaking a sweat. Jenny struggles, but she shows up every day, practices diligently, and listens intently to her coach. Guess who's more likely to win the championships down the line? Jenny, because Jenny embraced her weakness and tried hard to make it her strength. Why? Because Jenny understands the secret. Consistent effort compounds over time. Like compound interest, small actions performed regularly yield enormous returns. Building your effort muscle. Okay, so how do you build that effort muscle? Here are a few tips. Break it down. Overwhelmed by a big goal? Break it into smaller, more manageable steps. Instead of learn French, try learn 5 new French phrases this week. Small wins fuel motivation. Schedule it. Treat your learning time like a vital appointment. Block it out in your calendar and protect it from distractions. Embrace discomfort. True growth happens outside your comfort zone. If you're not feeling a little challenged, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge and celebrate the small wins along the way. Stay focused. Avoid distractions like social media and focus on the task at hand. Effort isn't about punishing yourself. It's about being intentional, staying persistent, and making small improvements every single day. It's about loving the process of growth, not just the outcome. So go out there and put in the effort. You've got this. You've earned it. All right, champion, let's dive into Chapter 5, The Danger of Praise, focusing on process, not just results. Listen, praise is powerful. It can lift us up, make us feel like we can conquer the world. But, and this is a huge but, how you praise someone can make or break their mindset. We're talking about planting the seeds of a fixed mindset, where they fear failure, or a growth mindset where they embrace challenges. Too often we fall into the trap of praising innate talent or intelligence. Things like, wow, you're so smart, or you're a natural at that, seems harmless, right? Wrong. What happens when Alex, who's been told they're smart their whole life, faces a tough problem they can't solve immediately? They might think, I guess I'm not so smart after all, and give up. Praising intelligence puts them in a box. They start to believe their abilities are fixed. They become afraid to try new things that might reveal they are not naturally talented. Instead, let's shift our focus. We need to praise the process, the effort, the strategies used, and the progress made. Think about this. Imagine a child, Ben, struggling to solve a puzzle. Instead of saying, you're so good at puzzles, try something like, I can see how hard you're working to figure that out. Did you try turning the pieces a different way? I noticed you're carefully looking at the colors. That's a great strategy. Do you see the difference? You're praising effort and strategy. You're acknowledging their persistence and problem-solving skills. Ben now associates achieving results from his hard works. He understands the importance of effort and is more likely to keep practicing even when things get tough. Effective praise sounds like this. I noticed you really stuck with that problem even when it was difficult. Your strategy for solving that was really clever. You broke it down into smaller steps. You've made so much progress since you started. All your hard work is paying off. I admire your dedication and commitment to improve. It's a true inspiration. Remember, the goal isn't just to make someone feel good in the moment. It's to cultivate a growth mindset that empowers them to embrace challenges, learn from mistakes, and believe in their potential to grow. Praise for effort and strategy builds stronger, more resilient individuals ready to take on anything. Now go out there and encourage growth. All right, champion, are you ready to unlock another superpower? Because that's exactly what embracing feedback does. It turns you into a superhero of self-improvement. Chapter 6. Embracing Feedback, a Gift for Growth. Listen up, my friend. Feedback isn't some scary monster hiding under your bed. It's a gift. Now, sometimes it looks like a monster, wrapped in prickly words, or delivered with a tone that makes you want to run and hide. But trust me, deep down, it's got your best interests at heart. Why is feedback a gift? Because it's a different perspective. It's like having a second pair of eyes on your work, your actions, you. Think about it. No one can see everything. We all have blind spots. Feedback shines a light on those spots, giving us the chance to improve. Actively seeking feedback. Don't wait for feedback to come find you. Be proactive. Ask for it. Think about a skill you want to improve. Maybe it's giving presentations, writing reports, or even being a better listener. Go to someone you trust, someone who has expertise in that area, and say, "Hey, I'm working on skill. Would you be willing to give me some feedback on specific task related to skill?" Be specific. It helps them give targeted advice. Filtering the noise. Okay, not all feedback is created equal. Some are truly constructive. Some is just noise. Learn to filter. Ask yourself, is the person qualified to give feedback on this topic? Is the feedback specific and actionable? Is it delivered with good intentions, even if the delivery isn't perfect? If the answer to any of these is no, take it with a grain of salt. But even bad feedback can highlight how not to do things and make the helpful advice stand out even more. Using feedback as fuel, this is where the magic happens. Don't just hear the feedback. Use it. Create an action plan. Let's say a colleague said that during your presentation you did not make enough eye contact. Your action plan might be to practice in front of the mirror, or use friends as audience to practice. After you have a plan, focus on implementing step by step, track progress, and be mindful of small improvements. Practical exercise this week: ask somebody for one piece of feedback. Maybe it's your ability to listen during team meetings. Maybe it's a new way you've tried delegating tasks. Pick one small focus area only. When you get your feedback, listen. Summarize back to them what you think they said to ensure that you understand, or ask for clarification, and then thank them. Don't get defensive, nor try to explain yourself in the moment. Take some time to process what you've learned before deciding what to do with it. Champions, embrace feedback. It's not a judgment. It's a tool for building a better you. All right, everyone, buckle up. Because in this chapter, we're not just talking about personal growth, we're talking about growing together. We're diving into Chapter 7, the growth mindset in relationships, building stronger bonds. Think about it. Relationships are basically little ecosystems of two or more evolving individuals. Now, if each of you is stuck in a fixed mindset, those ecosystems can get stagnant, even toxic. But with a growth mindset, the possibilities are endless. A fixed mindset in relationships sounds like this: I'm just not good at communicating. Or, we're always going to argue about this, it's just who we are. Sounds familiar? It's a trap. It assumes your relationship skills, and your partners too, are set in stone. But a growth mindset flips the script. It says, communicating is a skill I can improve. It recognizes that conflict isn't a relationship killer. It's an opportunity for growth and understanding. Imagine a couple arguing about finances. A fixed mindset might say, he's always irresponsible with money. A growth mindset? Okay, let's understand where each other are coming from, learn better budgeting skills together, and create a shared plan. See the difference? It all boils down to empathy, folks. With a growth mindset, you're more willing to put yourself in your partner's shoes, see things from their perspective, and understand their why. You recognize that everyone is a work in progress, including your loved ones. Let's say you're in disagreement with your friend on whether to go to the beach or the mountains. A growth-minded approach isn't about who wins. It's about exploring why each option is appealing, finding common ground, and maybe even discovering a third, even better activity you both love. Maybe compromise and go to a lakeside area with trails. Growth mindset in relationships is about seeing your partner's flaws, not as fixed deficiencies, but as areas where they and you can grow. It means viewing challenges as opportunities to learn about yourselves and each other, deepening your bond in the process. It's about creating a space where vulnerability is welcomed, mistakes are seen as learning curves, and growth is celebrated as a team. So let's ditch the fixed mindset, embrace the power of yet in our relationships, and build bonds that are stronger, more meaningful, and more fulfilling than ever before. You got this! All right, champions, buckle up. We're diving into Chapter 8, Overcoming Limiting Beliefs, Rewriting Your Inner Narrative. Listen up. Your brain is a powerful storyteller, but sometimes it tells a downright terrible story about you. These are your limiting beliefs. Those sneaky thoughts that whisper, "You're not good enough," "You can't do this," or "You're destined to fail." Sounds familiar, right? These aren't facts, people. They're opinions disguised as truths. And the good news is, you can fire that negative narrative director and write a blockbuster of your own success. First, identify the villains. What are the common limiting beliefs that plague you? Maybe it's, "I'm not smart enough to change careers," or "I'm too old to learn a new skill," or even just, "I'm not lucky." Write them down. Bring them out into the light. Next, challenge the heck out of them. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have against this belief? Have I succeeded at anything similar in the past? Imagine your best friend was saying this to you. Wouldn't you fight back and defend them? Do the same for yourself. For example, let's say John believes he's terrible at public speaking. Instead of accepting this as gospel, John could ask, have I ever given a presentation that went well, even partially? What specific skills am I lacking and how can I improve them? Did audience truly hates my presentation and told me that it was bad, or I am just saying to myself like that? Now, for the fun part, reframing the narrative. Take those negative beliefs and flip them on their head. I'm not smart enough becomes, I'm constantly learning and growing. I'm too old becomes, I have valuable experience and wisdom. I'm going to fail becomes, I will use this opportunity to learn and improve for my next try. The key is to replace each negative thought with a positive, empowering one. This might take practice. Maybe write both the negative and positive thought in an index card and keep it in your pocket. Each time the negative thought comes in your mind, read the positive one immediately. You are rewiring your brain's default settings. Finally, build your confidence muscle. Take small steps outside your comfort zone. Each small victory is a brick in the wall of self-belief. Celebrate. See your progress. Acknowledge these small successes. Celebrate wins. It helps to build even more self-belief. Listen, friends, you are capable of so much more than you currently give yourself credit for. It's time to rewrite your story and unleash your full potential. You've got this. Now go out there and start believing in the amazing person you truly are. All right, champions, get ready to supercharge your minds. Chapter 9, Cultivating Curiosity, a Lifelong Journey of Learning. Hey you, you reading this. Are you ready to unlock a superpower you already possess? It's not super strength or flight. It's something even more incredible. Curiosity. Think of curiosity as the engine that drives your personal growth. It's the spark that ignites your passion for learning and makes life a vibrant, exciting adventure. Why is curiosity so important? Because it helps you stay hungry for knowledge, keeps you adaptable, and fuels innovation. A curious mind doesn't settle for the status quo. It asks why and what if. It challenges assumptions and explores possibilities. It's a magnet for new ideas and experiences. Think about when you were a kid. Remember that boundless curiosity? You wanted to know everything. You asked a million questions, touched everything, and explored every nook and cranny. Somewhere along the way, though, life might have tried to squash that natural curiosity. Maybe you were told to stop asking so many questions, or that some things are just the way they are. Well, I'm here to tell you, that's nonsense. It's time to reclaim that childlike wonder. How do we nurture curiosity? First, give yourself permission to be curious. Stop judging yourself for not knowing something. Instead, embrace the joy of discovery. Ask why. Again, don't accept simple answers. Dig deeper. When someone tells you something, ask, "Why is that the case?" or "How does that work?" You'll be amazed at what you uncover. Explore new interests. Step outside your comfort zone. Have you always been curious about photography or coding or pottery? Now's the time. Join a class, watch some tutorials, or find a mentor. The possibilities are endless. Remember John, who always worked in accounts. He started taking pottery class on weekends and now runs his own pottery studio. Read voraciously. Books are a portal to other worlds and perspectives. Read widely and wildly. Explore different genres and authors. Visit your local library or bookstore and let your curiosity guide you. Embrace the unexpected. Say yes to new experiences. Try a new restaurant, visit a museum you've never been to, or talk to someone you wouldn't normally interact with. Be a lifelong learner. Learning isn't just for school. It's a lifelong process. Take online courses, attend workshops, or simply read articles and blog posts on topics that interest you. Curiosity isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's about developing a thirst for understanding, a love of learning, and a desire to make a positive impact on the world. Get out there and explore. Your potential is waiting to be unlocked. What are you curious about today? Now go find out. Let's go, champ. All right, champions, buckle up, because we're about to dive headfirst into a game changer, the growth mindset in the workplace. Chapter 10, Growth Mindset in the Workplace, Thriving in a Dynamic Environment. Listen, the world is changing faster than ever before. New technologies, evolving markets. It's a whirlwind, and in the midst of all this, a fixed mindset is a recipe for stress. It's like trying to navigate a Formula One race in a horse-drawn carriage. But a growth mindset, that's your turbo boost. Think about it. A fixed mindset at work says, "I'm good at this, and I'm not good at that." You shy away from challenges, feel threatened by others' success, and see feedback as a personal attack. Ultimately, you create bottleneck for the organization. Sounds fun? Didn't think so. On the other hand, a growth mindset welcomes change. A growth mindset says, "I may not know this yet, but I can learn." It sees problems as puzzles that challenges as opportunities. It embraces collaboration and thrives on feedback. Adaptability is king or queen in today's workplace, and a growth mindset is your crown. When a new software system rolls out, instead of groaning, see it as a chance to up your skills. When a project takes an unexpected turn, instead of panicking, brainstorm new solutions. Innovation? It blossoms in a growth mindset. Because when you're not afraid to fail, you're free to experiment. You're willing to try new things. And that's where breakthrough ideas come from. Leadership. A leader with a growth mindset inspires their team to learn, grow, and take risks. They create a safe space for experimentation, where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities. Some company understands this powerfully. Look at Pixar, for instance. They're famous for their rigorous brain trust meetings where they give honest, constructive feedback on each other's films, even when they are halfway done. This culture of openness and learning is what allows them to consistently create groundbreaking animations. So how do you cultivate a growth mindset at work? Start by reframing challenges. Focus on your own efforts and progress rather than comparing yourself to others, and celebrate learning and improvement. Don't fear mistakes. Analyze them. Seek feedback. Genuinely. Remember, you're not stuck with the skills you have today. You have the potential to learn, grow, and achieve more than you ever thought possible. And a growth mindset is the key that unlocks it all. Now get out there and thrive. Okay, get ready to power up your parenting. Let's dive into Chapter 11, Impacting Your Children, How to Teach Growth Mindset. Listen up, parents and educators. You're not just raising kids, you're shaping the future. And guess what? One of the most powerful tools you can give them is a growth mindset. Forget fixed thinking, that's old news. We're talking about unlocking their potential, building resilience, and setting them up for lifelong success. So how do we do it? First, ditch the good job for everything. Start praising the process, not just the result. Instead of saying, "You're so smart," try, "I noticed how hard you worked on that puzzle. You really stuck with it." See the difference? You're highlighting their effort and strategy, not just attributing success to innate talent. Next, encourage perseverance. When things get tough, don't let them quit right away. But you can also offer guidance, encouragement, and make a plan to tackle with fresh perspective. Help them break down complex tasks into smaller, manageable parts. Remind them that challenges are opportunities to learn and grow. Create a safe space where mistakes are celebrated as learning experiences, not dreaded failures. Model the behavior you want to see. Kids are like sponges. They absorb everything. Show them how you respond to challenges, how you learn from your own mistakes, and how you embrace new opportunities. Let them see you struggling, and then see you learn from it. Are you tackling a new hobby? Let them see your learning curve and how you handle the process. Create a supportive learning environment. This means fostering curiosity, encouraging exploration, and providing them with the resources and support they need to pursue their passions. Let them know that it's okay to ask questions, to take risks, and to try new things, even if they fail. Remember, you're not just teaching your kids how to succeed. You're teaching them how to learn, to grow, and to realize how worthy effort really is. And that, my friends, is a gift that will last a lifetime. Now, go out there and inspire the next generation of growth mindset champions. All right, champions, listen up. It's time to stop playing small and start dreaming big. We're talking about setting goals that make your heart beat faster and your palms sweat just a little. Seriously, are you ready to unleash the power of challenging goals? Chapter 12. Setting challenging goals, stretching your potential. Let's face it, comfort is good, like a cozy blanket and a hot cup of cocoa good. But comfort alone, that's where dreams go to die. To truly grow, you've got to venture outside that zone. Why? Because challenging goals are where the magic happens. They force you to learn, to adapt, to become more than you ever thought possible. They stretch your capabilities and show you just how resilient you really are. I want you to ask yourself, where do you want to be in 1 year from now? What about in 5 years? So how do we do this? We use the SMART method. It's your goal-setting secret weapon. Specific. Vague goals get vague results. Get crystal clear about exactly what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, say, I want to be able to run a 5K. Measurable. How will you know you're succeeding? Add a number. Change that 5K to run a 5K in under 30 minutes. Achievable. Look, aiming high is great, but setting yourself up for failure isn't. Be realistic about your current situation and resources. Want to run a marathon next week and you've never ran before? That could be out of reach. Relevant. Does this goal align with your values and your overall vision for your life? Is it something you truly want or something you feel you should want? Time-bound. When do you want to achieve this goal? Give yourself a deadline. Run a 5K in under 30 minutes by December 31st. Let's take another example. Instead of, I want to improve my cooking skills, try this. Specific. Learn to cook 3 new healthy recipes. Measurable. Each recipe should be cooked perfectly without burning it. Achievable. Since you have never cooked before, learning to cook 3 new healthy recipes is a good start. Relevant. Improves your health and gives a better lifestyle. Time-bound. Learn to cook 3 healthy recipes by the end of this month. Once you have your SMART goal, it's time to develop a plan. Break your big goal down into smaller, manageable steps. What small action can you take today to get closer to reaching it? Don't underestimate the power of even the smallest actions. They add up quickly. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So grab a pen and paper, or your favorite planning app, and get to work. You've got this. Let's stretch that potential and create the life you've always dreamed of. Now go. All right, champions, buckle up, because we're diving into a superpower we all possess: resilience. Chapter 13 is all about building that unshakable ability to bounce back from setbacks, to rise stronger after every fall. Let's face it, life throws curveballs. Rejection, failure, loss. They're inevitable. But how you respond? That's your choice, and you can choose to be resilient. Resilience isn't about avoiding the pain. It's about acknowledging it, processing it, and then refusing to let it define you. Think of it like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Key ingredient 1, self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. You wouldn't berate a friend who's struggling, so why do it to yourself? Talk to yourself like you would to someone you deeply care about. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone faces hard times. It's part of the human experience. Key ingredient 2. Social support. You are not alone. Reach out to your friends, family, mentors, or even a therapist. Sharing your burden makes it lighter. Talking through your challenges provides clarity. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Key ingredient 3. Positive coping mechanisms. This is where you actively choose how you handle stress. Instead of turning to unhealthy habits, find activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, creative pursuits, whatever works for you. The key is to be proactive and intentional about your well-being. Consider Michael, a budding entrepreneur. He poured his heart and soul into his startup, only to see it fail after a year. Devastated, he could have easily given up, but instead he allowed himself time to grieve. He talked to his family and friends about his disappointment. Then he analyzed what went wrong. He took the lessons he learned and used them to create an even better business plan. Today, he's running a flourishing company, all thanks to his resilience. Resilience isn't a switch you flip suddenly, it's a journey, a continuous process of learning and growing. It's about knowing that you have the strength within you to overcome any obstacle. Believe in yourself. You've got this. Go out there and show the world what you're made of. All right, champions, are you ready to truly transform your lives? We've journeyed through understanding, embracing, and cultivating a growth mindset. Now, it's time to talk about making this mindset stick. We're not aiming for a quick fix. We're aiming for a forever fix. This is about the long game, and it's where the real magic happens. Chapter 14. The Long Game. Making Growth Mindset a Habit. The growth mindset isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. It's about building consistent habits that reinforce your belief in your ability to learn and grow. So how do we turn this powerful mindset into an automatic pilot for your lives? Consistency is king. Think of it like building a muscle. You can't just go to the gym once and expect to be ripped. You've got to put in the work day after day. Consistently challenge your fixed mindset thoughts. When you hear that inner voice saying, "I can't do this," immediately counter it with, "I can't do this yet." Repetition is key. Self-reflection rocks. Take time each week, even just 15 minutes, to reflect on your progress. What challenges did you face? How did you respond? Did you notice any fixed mindset tendencies creeping in? Acknowledge your growth and celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Journaling can be incredibly helpful for this. Surround yourself with supporters. Misery loves company, but growth loves encouragement. Seek out people who believe in your potential, who are also on their own growth journeys. Share your goals and struggles with them, and let their positivity fuel your fire. Ditch the energy vampires who tell you to settle. Track your triumphs. Keep a record of your progress. This could be a journal, a spreadsheet, or even just a mental note. Seeing how far you've come will give you a huge boost of motivation when you inevitably hit a roadblock. It's a visual reminder that your efforts are paying off. Celebrate your successes, big or small. Celebrate every win. Did you finally master a new skill? Did you push yourself outside your comfort zone? Did you handle a challenging situation with grace? Acknowledge and celebrate these victories. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Practical pointers. Daily affirmations. Start each day with a growth mindset affirmation. I am capable of learning anything I set my mind to. Mindful moments. When you feel that fixed mindset creeping in, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Embrace the dip. There will be times when you feel like you're not making progress. It's normal. Don't give up. This is often a sign that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Read and learn. Continue to seek out information and inspiration. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend workshops, anything that fuels your growth mindset. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. The key is to stay committed to the process, to keep learning, growing, and evolving. You've got this. Now go out there and make the growth mindset a lifetime habit. Chapter 15. Growth Mindset. A journey, not a destination. All right, champion, you've made it. You've journeyed through understanding mindsets, facing challenges, and rewriting your inner stories. But guess what? This isn't the end of the road. It's just the beginning of a lifelong adventure. Think of the growth mindset not as a switch you flip, but as a muscle you constantly exercise. It's about consciously choosing to see possibilities where others see limitations. Remember, it's about loving the learning process, not just chasing after perfect results. Embrace those moments when you stumble, because those stumbles often show you the path forward. We've learned about the power of yet, the magic of turning mistakes into fuel, and the importance of honest effort. We've also talked about understanding that feedback isn't a personal attack, but a golden opportunity to grow. Cultivating strong and healthy relationships and building resilience have all been part of your journey. So what's next? Keep practicing. Regularly challenge yourself with new skills and bigger goals. Pay attention to your inner voice. Is it the voice of a fixed mindset, whispering doubts and fears? Or is it the encouraging voice of a growth mindset, celebrating effort and progress? This journey will have its ups and downs, its moments of triumph and moments when you feel like giving up. But remember why you started. Remember the power you have to shape your own potential. Remember that the person you become is a result of the choices you make today. Growth mindset is more than just a tool. It's a way of life. It's about approaching the world with open eyes, a curious mind, and a relentless spirit. It's about believing in yourself, not just for who you are today, but for who you are becoming. Take the knowledge you've gained, the exercises you've practiced, and the insights you've discovered, and make them a part of your daily routine. Continue to seek out challenges, embrace feedback, and most importantly, never stop learning and growing. Now go out there and continue to build yourself, your relationships, and your world with the unwavering power of a magnificent growth mindset. The world awaits your unique brilliance. Go shine!